Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another GTA Online video. My name is Saintsfan, and here are 20 things you didn't know about the Arena War DLC in GTA Online. You can actually upgrade your free Pisswasher Dominator in the Arena War workshop. Now, it does still cost 1.2 mil to upgrade, but you don't need to spend the $30 or $40, $50,000 on purchasing the vehicle. Also, you can just find one on the street. Next, if you have spikes or blades on your car and you run into them, they will hurt you. And if someone else runs into them, they will be killed. So make sure you be careful, especially with friends. I don't know how many times I've tried to get into one of my friends' cars and I accidentally run into the spikes and it kills me. So be careful with the spikes and the blades. You can also pop tires with these spikes and the blades. Like on NPCs' cars, it doesn't really work so much on people's, like players' cars, because everyone has bulletproof tires. But if they don't have bulletproof tires, you can pop their tires with the blades or the spikes. And you can also activate these when you're not in your vehicle by turning your engine on. When you get out your car, when the engine's off, all of the spikes and the blades, they stop working. But when you turn the engine back on, those blades start spinning again. Now, answering some questions that I got regarding the vehicles, you get plasma guns only on the future vehicles. Now, you may be thinking, dude, plasma guns, that sounds pretty damn sweet. It's actually the same as the regular 50 cal cannon. It's strictly cosmetic. All the different types of options, the apocalyptic one, the future one, and the nightmare one, they're all cosmetic versions. None of them have anything different or better. They have the same stuff, but it's all how it looks. Some of the other exclusive cosmetic options, though, on the 18-wheeler, the futuristic one, you actually get green flames coming out of the flamethrower instead of orange, so that's kind of cool. Some other weapons, or not known about weapons, if you want to call it that. The Dominator has the tombstone that you can drop off the back. It's a one-time use thing, but it does a decent amount of damage. It'll run into other people's cars and stop them. So that'll be really cool to use if you're doing races or something and you want to stop someone. Drop the tombstone. The Rat Truck actually has two weapons. It's got the Shocker and the Love Fist. The Shocker is probably the best on the Rat Truck. If you were curious, it does shock people and it does a little bit of damage. It's not going to kill them like just straight away, but it'll be a really fun thing to go up to people and shock them repeatedly just to mess with them. As for the Love Fist, I was really disappointed with this one. It doesn't seem to do a whole lot. I was thinking maybe it would like punch people away or something, but it's basically just a giant fist that is a giant fist on your car. I mean, it will kill people, but it has no special or unique little abilities, I guess, if you want to call it that. As for one of the vehicles that you may want to not put any weapons on, the ZR380, I believe it's called, the new sports car. Don't put any spinning blades on it because it severely weakens the handling. The grip, the handling, the traction, I'm not entirely sure which one goes down, but when you put those spinning blades on, driving this thing around just becomes a lot harder. So if you want to use this vehicle in free roam, take off the blades. They're not super useful, and you will notice that this car handles a lot better. Another thing with the ZR380, if you were curious how it stacks up against the best sports car, the Briah, it actually holds its own. I mean, granted, like this is just little simple airport testing, but it's not too far behind the Briah. And considering the Briah is like the most OP broken car in the game, I say it's pretty good. Unfortunately, you can't race with the ZR380, but at least for free roam, it does hold its own against the other top tier sports cars. You can also shunt boost in midair. You can regular boost in midair too, but shunt boost in midair I found to be the most fun. You jump in the air and then, you know, like normal, you hold the X button or the A button and then left or right bumper to go either way. you can definitely do some really cool stuff with this. I want to see someone dodge a missile by doing this. I think that'll be awesome. As for some armor ratings for these cars, some quick testing proved that some of them are actually a lot worse than you may have thought. So the 18-wheeler actually takes only 2 RPGs if someone is inside, and only 1 if someone isn't inside. I thought that would be a lot better considering it's $4 million, but 2 RPGs and you were done. It does, however, take 5 Oppressor Mark II missiles, so that's a little bit better. But considering they can just spam those missiles repeatedly, you're going to die fairly quickly if an Oppressor Mark II is coming after you. The mini tank, I was thinking this, because it's a freaking tank, would be really good against missiles. Nope. For whatever reason, this one actually, it took the same amount of RPGs and Oppressor Mark II missiles, both being 6. So 6 RPGs are going to blow up this tank, and 6 Oppressor Mark II missiles are going to blow up this tank. That was kind of odd, because normally the RPGs do a lot more damage to the vehicles, but I guess not in this case. As for the Dominator, because I figured this one might be another popular vehicle, it takes 4 Oppressor Mark II missiles, which was actually a lot more than I thought. So that seems to be really good for, you know, this little car here. It takes 4 of those, so you have a little bit of opportunity to escape an Oppressor Mark II person. And it does take 2 RPGs, if you were curious. The ZR380 is actually the exact same. It takes 4 Oppressor Mark II missiles, and I'm assuming 2 RPGs as well. And then the Gargoyle, the bike, actually takes 3 Oppressor Mark II missiles to blow up. However, you will die if you are on it and you get hit by a missile because you're not impenetrable. But good news, your bike will still remain safe. And then ending this video with some stuff that isn't necessarily Arena Wars related, but they did add some or fix some stuff that I figured I'd mention to you guys. You can no longer put vehicles in the back of the Bambushka. Like, the one thing it was good at. It was horrible in every aspect, except for the fact that you could open up the back of it and get inside. There's now an invisible wall. Don't know if that was intentional or not, but there is no longer a way to get inside of the Bambushka with either a car or yourself. And there's also new wake-up locations that have been added for when you pass out at your nightclub after drinking the Macbeth whiskey. I don't know if there's been any new clothing that you can get, like the Kiflam shirt. That would be kind of cool if they did add that. But you can pass out and wake up in new locations now. And then the final thing, just to reiterate what I mentioned earlier today, you can go super, super fast in or on the Gargoyle if you change the back rim to a certain type. If you change it to one of the bigger, thinner types, and you wheelie, if you're going a straight line, your bike will go super speed. So hopefully these things you didn't know in this DLC, hopefully this answered some of the questions you may have had. If you know of anything else that you want to share with us, let us know in the comment section. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.